let me go ahead and knock out these two things before I get into the title of this video. One, the Star Wars franchise has been run into the ground. Like, please make it stop. Or, in the words of Brandon Marlowe from the Godfather series, look how they massacred my boy. That's exactly what Disney is doing to the Star Wars series. Like, come on, enough is enough already. Two, when I normally do one and done, two and through three for me or whatnot, I go by a series of movies. Like maybe there's like part one, part two, part three, but in Star Wars case, there's like what, maybe 11 films, nine of them. That's part of three separate trilogies. Because to be honest with you, I felt like it could have stopped at the original trilogy. But being the fact that everybody wanted to see how Anakin Skywalker would become Darth Vader, it should have stopped with the prequels. Because the sequels really pissed the bed with the franchise by digging a hole further, deeper and deeper. Now that I got those two things out of the way, let's get into the title of why I'm going to say that The Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars film ever. You're talking about a movie that was made at a time where everybody wanted to see happily ever after and somewhere over the rainbow like it's the friggin' Wizard of Oz. And in the first film, we get A New Hope. We're introduced to Luke Skywalker. We're introduced to Han Solo, Chewbacca, C-3PO, R2-D2. They're out to save Princess Leia from the ultimate bad guy in Darth Vader. That is until we get to the second film and we get the startling revelation of all revelations. And if you know, you know, but I'm going to reiterate it to you, in which the villain is the father of the hero. Even to this day, that still sends chills down my spine and makes the hairs of my bald head want to grow back. I mean, it is something that has been imitated but never duplicated and can never be outdone. And also for the fact that in the second film, the good guys lose, and they just don't lose lightly. They lose physically, mentally, and emotionally. Han Solo getting captured and taken by Boba Fett to Jabba the Hutt. Han Solo getting tortured by Darth Vader. His best friend Lando turning on him. Han Solo and Leia getting on each other's nerves, but then falling in love with each other. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, Luke Skywalker and the good guys losing, and Vader revealing that he's his father. Again, very classy cinema. Plus, there's also that joke that goes that Darth Vader is the first black guy to admit that he's the father, but take that as you will. But overall, I still stand by The Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars film ever because there's high stakes. You wanted the good guys to win, but they lose. And after this film came out, you had to wait 3 years for Return of the Jedi to come out to see, will the good guys win? Will the Empire fall? But of course it did. But like I said earlier, the Star Wars franchise is being ran into the ground, and again, it needs to stop. But overall, like I said, a film like The Empire Strikes Back really shows that everything isn't all unicorns, rainbows, peaches, cherries, and ice cream sundaes with a freaking cherry on top. You gotta show there's some pain in this real world. You gotta show that the good guys are vulnerable and let the bad guys have their moment to ride off into the sunset. And for that, not only do I keep on saying that The Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars movie of all time, but it is one of my favorite movies of all time. Just my thoughts, just my opinion, and as always, just saying.